See how raw this is? So I was just joking with Shane about how raw this is. So this is one cut stuff. Shane, here you go. All right. So you've built what is referred to as not a faster horse, but a car, right? So talk to me a little bit about how when we start working with clients that have like centralized/decentralized business models, they have a lot of anxiety and stress about, oh my gosh, where do I organize and store my content and how do I distribute it with all different stakeholders and so on and so forth. So tell us a quick story or give us a little bit of like why you get so stoked to bring Air to market around those types of centralized, decentralized business models. And you have like 90 max seconds to answer it, right?
Perfect. I think every business today, whether they like it or not, is a media company. And I think businesses are being forced to collaborate with their creative across different business units in their organization, different stakeholders around their business. And oftentimes for distributed teams, what happens is that collaboration is extremely challenging. There's one place where your content lives, there's another set of tools you use to distribute it out with, and then there's another set of tools where you manage those projects. And we like to call those three things the creative process. And so at Air, we work with a company called Industrious, and they're rolling out, it's a co-working space, they're rolling out 175 different facilities over the course of the next 12 months. And they're using our product to keep the integrity of the brand across all 175 of those units, distributing it out to licensing
partners. Which otherwise is really hard.
Exactly.
Really hard.
Exactly. And so, on Air, spin up a quick workspace, grab a couple of users, you can immediately collaborate, you can tell people, their creative is wrong right on the platform.
Or maybe it's good, but let's tweak it.
Yeah, or everything's tweaked, whatever that might be. So, I think that the ability to have your creative workflows operate seamlessly across a team that might be distributed, that might be regionally focused, is sort of endless on the product.
Awesome, love it. All right. So I'm going to ask you a question about music, sports, and entertainment because besides financial services, that's obviously my home. All right, Shane. So there's the tee up. I'm already 10 seconds in. I only have 15 more seconds to ask questions. Sports, music, entertainment. Artist management companies are seeing a lot of value in Air for a variety of reasons because we solve for a lot of the friction in the space with touring and content management and rights and brand partnerships and all that loveliness. Talk to me a little bit about why we're having success in that space and why we're prioritizing our focus on artist management companies in particular, but more broadly sports and entertainment and all these content-oriented spaces.
Yeah, I think part of it goes selfishly just into my background. I'm the chief digital officer of Gold TV. The private equity firm I work with, we partnered with Sean Combs to launch this television network. We're in about 50 million homes, creating content all the time. But the chairman, Puff, was really the voice. And Puff always had 2 or 3 shooters with him around the clock, videographers, creating content nonstop on the go. He was creating content on his phone. He was really good about that. And if you think about how that content was being managed, I kid you not, it was hard drives in people's book bags.
Come on.
Sometimes it sat in the basement.
Don't lose that book bag.
Yeah, it sat in the basement of our studios. And this was unbelievably valuable content. It could be used for documentaries, it could be used for social, it could be used for updates on our news site. And we didn't have the right infrastructure in place to continue to monetize that content. To continue to go back a year ago and find something that he did that could be valuable today. Simply because it wasn't indexed, it wasn't searchable, nor was it organized, and it wasn't secure. And so, part of the reason I birthed this company was to go and try to solve those kind of problems. And I think it is so pervasive for artists and their management groups today because of that exact same dynamic.
No doubt. And I know I promised you that we're going to keep it in 90 seconds. We're going to go beyond on this one because this is super interesting. So you were carrying bricks of gold in backpacks. Did the teams have any idea that there could be a better way, or were they just like, we're just going to deal with this?
So we had a shoot one day, I'll never forget, and we spent $20,000 putting together the shoot, and it got lost on someone's book bag. Think about it like that. Think about how many times those shoots happen, and how much money you're spending on those shoots, and how much effort you're putting into creating that content. And it might be some morsel of a gem that happened in some B-roll that could change the game for your business, but it's sitting, in a hard drive somewhere or lost in some subfolder on Dropbox.
Amazing.
So
that's a tee up for some other stuff we'll talk about, but that's awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. back to sports entertainment, social media, big deal for sport entertainment, but specific to collegiate basketball, collegiate sports. Talk to me about how AIR has helped institutions like Duke realize their potential and achieve all sorts of goals. Because before AIR, they had an infrastructure challenge. Now they don't.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that social is fundamentally important to athletic departments today because it drives attention to new recruits. It really helps fill the stands and helps drive more dollars into these departments. And I think that the magic of college athletics is the content that comes from it.
Yeah,
we love watching it all the time. And with Duke, this past year they were ranked the #1 social athletic department in the country. Partially, I think, because they had the right infrastructure to be able to manage all these different workflows. To immediately get content from a photographer at a game to the platform, move that immediately to recruits that maybe weren't there, move that immediately to the players who want to post that on their own social, right? All of that collaboration isn't possible when you use data agnostic cloud service, you use Dropbox or G Drive, because you're too busy plugging something in, moving up to the cloud, migrating there, and I think it's those little efficiencies that really start to turn the needle. If you want to be an athletic department that operates at the speed of social, you need infrastructure to be able to support that. And so I think that's where we really come in and add value.
Love it. Thank you. All right, let's get to the agency world. Creative agencies, social media agencies, or even those folks on the inside of media companies and brands and so on and so forth, because content is so important now. Talk to me a little bit about your conversations with our clients in regards to their tech stack and the process, and you mentioned infatuation as an example. Maybe we can unpack that as an example of how they're benefiting from AIR and it's a new reality for them.
Yeah, I think the Infatuations Partnerships team, a really nimble organization. The whole name of the game there is margin. Right? They're trying to go and sell creative output that then fuels the rest of the business. They don't do any ad revenue at the Infatuation. It's all just partnerships.
I don't know that.
And I think what's interesting about the way that they've positioned AIR is it has allowed that team to operate more efficiently to distribute content out to their partners like Amex and Coca-Cola and Uber, while at the same time highlighting more and more creative work that they could do with those clients.
Awesome.
So with each of the clients they work with, they now have a shared workspace on AIR. They can collaborate with them on feedback. They can go and sort of position work they've done with other customers to highlight some of the other experiences that they've created. So it's really allowed that team to unlock the amount of time that they can spend on going and getting deals done versus like structuring, which I think is really important.
That's awesome. Yeah, appreciate it. Perfect.